Well, it's time to join Courtney Shaw. She's a wife, a mom, author, former Mrs. Florida America, and along with her guests, you will be inspired, educated, and empowered to live the authentic life. And now, here's Courtney Shaw.
Today, my guests are here to share how we can serve and make an impact in our homes and communities. The Authentic Living Show is a proud partner with Habitat for Humanity Seminole-Apopka and the upcoming Raise the Roof Casual Gala coming up on November 3rd. They're currently building a 58-home community in the south of Apopka. Today, I have Wendy Sellers with Black Rain Partners, and we also have Miss Louisa with Sukasa Appraisals here to talk about their work with Habitat. They're also veteran volunteers, and they have the passion to help people get in their homes and not give people a handout, but a hand up. So ladies, welcome to the Authentic Living Show. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for the bagels, Louisa. Usually we have treats for our guests, but you came to treat us this morning. So ladies, we're so grateful that you came to talk about your passion with Habitat. So Louisa, I want to start with you first. First of all, introduce yourself and tell our listeners and viewers a little bit about what you do with Sukasa Appraisals.
Well, my name is Louisa Padilla. I've been in this area for 22 years, and 20 of those I've been doing appraisals, residential appraisals. My own company, Sukasa Appraisals, which is a family company. My children work there, and then I have some employees too. And all of us are very dedicated to Habitat because, as I said before, it's a hand up and not a hand out.
Amen.
And actually, it is like one of the basic needs of any family, of any person, to have a roof over the head.
It's so true.
So we feel that because we're in the real estate business, we had to have an outreach that will represent who our company is.
Absolutely. And, you know, Louisa, before we even started this interview, you were chatting a little bit about just how cool it is when you go on a Habitat home site, because you've actually gone out to these construction sites before. You have put your little hat on, your pink hat on or whatever, and you've gotten in and you've worked on a home before. So when you're going to actually do the appraisals for these homes, tell us a funny story about how you witnessing some young volunteers on site one time.
A couple of years back, we had a house that was being built in Sanford, and it was a totally green house, and it was with the radio station. And then I'm going in to do the appraisal, and there's a bunch of young men putting out the sod. And as I'm walking around, I see that when they're laying out the sod, they're not doing it right. So I stopped them and I said, okay, wait a minute. No, that's not how you lay sod. So I taught them how to do it. And then I kept going on my merry way doing my appraisal. But it's part of who we are as a company. We are so invested in Habitat that all of those little things do matter.
They do. And that's one thing that I personally love about Habitat, and just having the experience of working on a home. It's just the spirit of excellence and the volunteers that are so committed. This is not something that's being slapped together. There's a standard of excellence, attention to detail, because this is creating a miracle for a family, the gift of home ownership. And like you said, too, this is not a hand out, it's a hand up. And so there's been a lot of work from the families that have gone in to even prepare to receive this gift. It's not being just handed to them. They've had countless of volunteer hours. They've had to go through financial education classes. They've had to do some financial investment, volunteering at the Habitat event. So there's a lot that goes into it before those keys are turned over. So Louisa, thank you so much for all you do, and Sukasa Appraisals does as well. Where can our listeners go to get information about your company?
Well, we have a website, sukasaappraisals.com. You can go in there and get all the information, and we do residential appraisals, but we do for the states, for divorces, any residential appraisal, land, income properties, all of that we do. And we have been in the area. As I said, I've been doing this for 20 years. And we are a fully bilingual company, which is very important in the area right
Especially in Florida. You almost need to be bilingual.
Got it.
Well,
Yeah.
Louisa, thank you for all that you're doing for Habitat for Humanity. So now I'm going to talk to Wendy a little bit from Black Rain Partners. I want you to talk about the volunteer side of things and the upcoming Raise the Roof event, because we love that Habitat for Humanity loves to party with a purpose, right? And I had the privilege of attending this event last year, and we had so much fun, but there was so much meaning behind it too. So tell us a little bit about the upcoming event.
Sure. Raise the Roof is a casual gala, and it is so casual that every table has a different theme, and it's whatever you want it to be. So For example, there might be somebody dressed to the nines with tuxes and having lobster and steak for dinner, and then the table right next to them might have football jerseys and pizza and wings on their table. And so it's really cool that if you're not into the whole dress up gala, because there's a lot of them in the area, you can do whatever you want. And if you like Halloween or any kind of costume parties, this is it. This is the one for you. Black Rain Partners, we are actually the judges. So we try not to judge in real life, but boy, is this fun when we get to judge this event. So you'll see us dressed up in judge costumes, and then there's awards that could be won. And so the awards this year are going to be the funniest table. So those are the ones that get the most laughs. And trust me, there's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
They're hilarious. There's a most elegant award, and that's usually the ones that are dressed up to the nines. A home construction for obvious reasons, and then the People's Choice, where all the tables get to vote on who's the favorite table for the event. There's a huge silent auction. We may be even having a live auction this year. And it's just a ton of fun. So it's different than any other event because it's a pretty low cost, but then you bring your own food if you want to, or you can buy up and they can serve you a steak dinner. But it's very cool because everyone could do potluck, or the company can just go and buy dinner and have it ready. It's outdoors in November, on November 3rd, which is actually my birthday, so everybody
Happy
can come
birthday, Wendy.
and donate to Habitat instead of me, because I don't want anything. But it's just a great event. It's super fun. This year is going to be at a Habitat Restore in the parking lot, and it's going to be cool because you're going to really see how the difference is made right there. And then there's a lot of homeowners that will be there as well, and just hearing their story it's just amazing. It really brings it full circle.
That's amazing. Well, I think you laid it out so clear, and it really is a party with a purpose. It's fun. You can use your creativity, and like you said, and it's an affordable way to come together and really make an impact in our community. So I want you ladies to tell me, as we kind of wrap up, what was a story that's really made a personal impact and really driven you all to commit long-term to Habitat for Humanity?
Oh, boy, I have so many.
Wow.
I've been volunteering with a Habitat of some form or other for probably about 2 decades of going out there building homes and everything. And then, now being, an owner of Black Rain Partners, we really like to give back. And resolving homelessness is just, my personal passion. And so when I had the opportunity to get involved with Raise the Roof, I didn't hesitate. I believe you also do a women's build too. And so when you're literally building a home next to the people and with the people who are going to live in that home, and you hear their stories and you find out they are just like you.
That's right.
I just can't not help.
Yeah. So it's really become a vested interest, not of just personal, but your company too, and you're committed long-term to really help end homelessness here in Seminole County, greater Apopka area as well. And so, Louisa, is there one last thought too, as far as, could you all give us the information for Raise the Roof?
Absolutely. Raise the Roof is going to be held Saturday, November the 3rd. And as Wendy says, it is a casual gala. So you can come in however you want. Just set up something fun for your table. And you can be a sponsor. We need sponsors for different areas. And you can just get a table. But the sponsor would be the best way to go. That is what we need.
Right. And you can find information on the website, habitatseminoleapopka.org.
Perfect, ladies. Well, thank you, Louisa and Wendy. Coming up next, we've got Rosie Moore in the studio. She's a wife, mom, nurse, author, and Mrs. Michigan International. She's also the founder of The Gift of Life.